Exploring quantum body and beyond. Today, I want to share with you some thoughts about language. I'm communicating with you right now through the English language, and language is unique to humans as it goes beyond mating calls, food calls, and danger calls. Human beings have created a language for telling stories, and everything that we call everyday reality is a result of language shaping our experiences, language itself being a symbolic representation of our experiences. So now that we have large language models such as AI, and since everything that we call the human universe is based in language, from money to latitude to longitude to Greenwich Mean Time to nation states, we have a word for every experience. And in a way, this is very kind of reminiscent of the ancient expression, first there was the word, and the word was with God. So if you look up the evolution of language, you'll find there's no real consensus on how human language evolved. In Indian and Eastern philosophical systems, language is a divine gift that Homo sapiens possesses. The language we have for creating stories, models, constructs, and shaping the experience of the human universe. Language is absolutely essential. Of course, if you consult experts, they say the relationship between language experience and the world we perceive is very complex, with no single definitive answer. Does language construct the experience of the human universe, or does it really merely reflect it? I know there's debate on this, but I personally feel that language constructs, conceives, governs, and becomes the experience of the human universe. And of course, languages carry culture and influences from culture, how we interpret and interact with each other and actually with the world, and how we use metaphors for almost every experience. But now we have a situation where we have artificial intelligence, AI. And what does that do? So, language based on large language models like AI can process and generate text in ways that mimic human language, but can also go beyond it. This could lead to innovative forms of expression and storytelling, and potentially shaping and creating, literally, new cultural and even scientific understandings of the world. And of course, we must remember that AI actually has its own limitations, because AI models are constrained by existing human language and data. But of course, that also evolves. So, can we think of language and human cognition as a co-evolution? Our ability to think symbolically and use language may have driven further brain development, according to many scientists, while language itself became more complex as our understanding of the world grew. And of course, we know that languages are not static. They evolve and adapt over time, reflecting changes in societies and technologies. This ongoing evolution reflects the dynamic nature of both human language and human experience. So, can we expand our experience of the universe? Our experience of the universe. Can we expand our experience of the universe with AI. And I think AI will play a role in exploring the edges of the relationship between human evolution, cosmic evolution, brain evolution, and the appearance of the universe, therefore enriching our understanding of both language and human experience. But let's go back to my original reflection, which is, if language is an expression of consciousness, then consciousness, which is fundamental reality, uses language to construct the universe. And even AI is augmented human language and co-evolution of cultural language and human experience. Therefore, I'm suggesting that AI will never be conscious, but consciousness will use AI to expand our experience and construct our experience of the human universe. So language is a divine gift of cosmic consciousness, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. I am particularly fascinated by this because all my life I've sold words for a living, and therefore I'm grateful for the divine gift that language is. But I want to know what you think.